It would be very difficult if the United States has a proposal to have some sort of action in response to a chemical weapons attack. And if they come to us and ask for our support, whether it's with submarine-based cruise missiles in the Med or whatever it happens to be, as was the case back in 2013, John, it would be, in my view, and I know this is also the view of the Prime Minister, it'd be very difficult for us to say no.
But you'd have to go to the Commons.
I think that needs to be tested. But I think it'd be
you're not sure about that?
I think it would be very difficult for us to say no.
Oh, so going to the Commons isn't an absolutely necessary precondition?
Well, as I say, I think it would be very difficult for us to say no. How exactly we were able to implement that would be for the government, for the Prime Minister to decide. But
and here in Harlow, you've got a Labour council that is building council homes. Yes. For the first time, for a very long time, we're getting new council housing here in Harlow. And I've just been to see an elderly couple that have been rehoused in a brand new council home, giving them peace, giving them security, giving them decent housing, something they've always wanted. We want that for everybody in this country. So I tell you this, a Labour government won't stand by and watch the housing crisis get worse. We will build 1 million homes over the period of a parliament, half of which will be council and housing association for rent and be totally affordable, because that is the Labour way. We want our country properly housed. We want our young people growing up with security so they can achieve more in school, in college and go on to university.
There is nothing more dangerous to a democracy than a government with an enormous majority and an appalling opposition. This is an opposition led by Jeremy Corbyn and Keir Starmer that have copped out over Brexit and on everything else. The nastiness we see from the Conservative Party today, whether it is shutting the door on the child refugees from Europe, whether it is deciding to undo the triple lock hitting the poorest pensioners, or whether it is making sure that 18 to 21-year-olds can't have housing benefit and you see more of them sleeping rough on the streets, the nastiness of this Conservative government will get worse the bigger their majority. And this Conservative government assumes and hopes and expects that there will be a coronation over the next 6 weeks. The Labour Party have copped out. They are the worst opposition in human history. The Liberal Democrats believe that Britain can do better than that. We will provide that decent, strong opposition that will stand up to the Tories on all of those things, and especially on keeping us in the single market and giving the people the final say.
We're in competition in 59 out of 59 seats in Scotland. That is our aim. We're trying to win each and every seat in Scotland. Do I think we'll do that? Well, that's up to the Scottish people. We take nothing for granted. But we're making every effort to do that. We'll leave that decision for the people. But if we win the election, it'll do a number of things. It'll be a vote from Scotland against hard Tory Brexit. It'll show there's one area of these islands where the Tories are not riding roughshod over the people. And it will reinforce the democratic mandate of the Scottish Parliament, who have a mandate to do this, to say there should be a Section 30 order and another independence referendum when the time is right and when the Brexit process is fully understood, so people in Scotland can have the choice. These are some of the huge issues at stake in Scotland, which is why we believe that so many people will rally to the Scottish cause, to back the Scottish Parliament and defend Scotland's interests.
Yes, I have. I will be standing in the election and we will be announcing the seat in which I stand in within the next 48 hours. So, of course, as the leader of the party, I will be obviously leading the party into battle, as I have done many times in the past.
And what has brought you to this decision? Because you seem to be sort of quite unsure a few days ago.
Well, I wasn't really unsure. I just had to take a decision as to what the party really needed me to do. Obviously, I saw what happened with Nigel Farage in 2015, where he spent the majority of his time down in Thanet. And I basically had to take the decision as to whether the party needed me roaming the country and geeing up the branches and appearing on the media. It's quite difficult to do both when you're the leader of UKIP, because unlike Theresa May and Tim Farron and Jeremy Corbyn, we don't have a safe seat. I mean, they will literally visit their constituencies once or twice, safe in the knowledge that they'll be re-elected. If we go for it, then we pretty much have to live and work in the seat.